Greetings, I'm your host, Red Tail. Welcome to Who Were the Real Slaves? Part 2 of a 4-part series entitled An American Deception. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Today, a more accurate depiction of the Native Americans of the United States is beginning to unfold. Because history has been told to us by Europeans with a European point of view, we have, up until recently, been given our historical facts in a distorted manner. Author Carol Birkin, in her book First Generations, explains that historians have come to understand that they must handle journals, government reports, sermons, books, and diaries written by Europeans about Native Americans cautiously, as artifacts of European adjustment to cultural diversity, rather than true guides to Indian societies. This European adjustment has given us a distorted view and has allowed many misconceptions and inaccuracies to be perpetrated. Case in point, most people believe that the existence of dark-skinned people in the United States began with the African slave trade. The truth is, as writer Jack Forbes expresses in his book Africans and Native Americans, many, but not all Native Americans were of a dark complexion without African ancestry. Truth be told, it was the Native American slave trade that placed many dark-skinned Native Americans into slavery. And to keep these facts in obscurity, many books evade the subject of the Native American slave trade. William L. Katz, in his book Black Indians, says it eloquently when he states that omission, not distortion, is the far more serious culprit in hiding the story of the Black Indians of the Americas. Although many attribute the demise of many Native people to diseases that they did not have natural immunities to, one must examine forces other than disease, in particular, the commercial trade in Indian slaves, to the termination of many southern clans, tribes, and chiefdoms. During exploring expeditions in America, leaders like Hernando de Soto and Ponce de Leon needed a means to reward the services of their soldiers. Since other means of payment were scarce, slavery satisfied this need. Slavery was considered a part of any expedition of discovery and conquest. So, as stated in Indian slavery during colonial times, not to follow such a custom would have been acting contrary to the spirit of the times. We must remember that the tribes that were being enslaved, many from up and down the southeastern coast, were of a dark complexion. In the book Africans and Native Americans, Jack Forbes states, in 1524, the Carolina coast people were said to be of a dark color, not much unlike the Ethiopians. These dark-colored Native Americans were being enslaved and sent by the tens of thousands to the West Indies or retained in the colonies, such as described by Lauber, in 1671, the Cusaux were sent to be sold out of the colony. Also, during the war with the Stono Indians in 1680, the captive Indians were to be carried to the West Indies as slaves. He describes 3 expeditions from 1702 to 1708 against the Yamasee, Appalachee, and Tamaulipas of northern Florida. There was carried back to Charleston for sale as slaves almost the entire population of 7 towns. And last in this list, nearly all the Appalachee were distributed as slaves among the Carolina settlers. These scenarios were replicated thousands upon thousands upon thousands.
All right, I want to say shalom. I'm going to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and rule well. And salutation to Yakim, pushing his word with truth and sincerity on the 4 corners of the earth. Shalom. I'm writing Brother Gabar Karash. I'm going to another lesson. Aparatazah be edifying. All right. And today I'm going to focus on the Native Americans. All right. The tribe of Gad. Because you have a controversy going on right now when you have these bonehead Negroes who's basically teaching that the tribe of Gad are not Israelites, okay? So, and that's furthest thing from the truth, man, because you have to take something into account, man. All right, the tribe of Gad, they suffered from the same curses that we suffered from, man. They went into captivity before we actually went into captivity, man. You know, they suffer from the same curses. You just because some of them have fine hair. I mean, the Most High said his heritage is as a speckled bird, man. So you have some so-called Negroes who have very fine hair, man. You know, different textures hair because the mixing of the people. Esau has mixed himself among the people, man. The scriptures tell you that, man. So what? Every Israelite is not gonna come with having a afro, man. You know, every Israelite hair is not gonna be woolly, because the mixing of the people, you have different. You take on different characteristics, man. All right, and the Gadites, their hair is woolly. You have some, see, people are westernized. They look at things through a westernized mindset where they, you know, what you have been taught in schools, man, what a Native American Indian, so-called Indian look like, all right? When really the true Indians were black, man. They were dark-skinned people. Now, not all of them was dark-skinned people, I mean, but they were a dark-skinned people. They are brown people. All right, just because they're not looking like they're not looking like Michael Jordan or Manute Bol, you know, are very dark-skinned, that they're not the tribe of Gad. Yes, they're a tribe of Gad, man. They all the curses fit them, man. And if you look in some of these images, man, all right, you can see that the tribe of Gad, they were dark people, man. They were dark-skinned people. And plus, to prove that they was Israelites, man, they kept the customs, man. They kept the customs of the they kept our customs, man. They wore fringes in a border of blue. All right. They kept the land Sabbath. They kept all kind of our customs, man. This is proof. The oldest ancient Paleo-Hebrew writings was found over here in the Americas, man. So this proves where the tribe of Gad was at, because the scriptures tell you that they came over here at the Syrian captivity, man. They came over here so they can keep the customs, our customs, at which they never kept in their own land. All right, and it can be marked back to traced back to the tribe of Gad, man. They kept some of the same customs of the Israelites. And when Christopher Columbus first came over here making his voyage over here, he brought Israelites. He had Israelites translators with him, man, who spoke Hebrew, man. All right. So while for somebody, that shows you're unlearned in the scriptures, man, because you niggas who teach all tribes are black. All right, you BOIs, all right, black only Israelites. And you know, and so Gad can be the tribe. The Salakia, the Indians can be the tribe of Gad in your eyes, man, because you people are looking at things through a westernized mind frame and not spiritual, man. All right, this thing is spiritual. All right, but if you look at through some of these images, you can see Gad was clearly a dark-skinned people, man. They in the curses and all the curses fit them, man. So I'm gonna just read some of the curses. All right, this is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 30. It says, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shall not gather the grapes thereof. All right, because all these things, Gad was good at agriculture over here, man. When they knew how to survive and live off the land, man. All right, until Esau came and destroyed everything that they had, man. After Gad taught them everything, Gad taught them how to survive during the winters. All right, how to bathe and wash themselves correctly, you know, how to live off the land. That's Gad showed them. Gad showed them how to survive, and once they learned all these different things from Gad, all right, they basically killed Gad off. All right, so basically that's why the scriptures say you should never trust thy enemy, man. But the Native Americans, man, they suffered from the same curses that we suffer. They was pushed on reservations, and some of the reservations are worse, actually worse than the ghettos that we live in, man. All right, so you gotta fact check, man, and do the history, man, and line it up with the scriptures, man. Right, these are Israelites, as you can see from the customs that they keep, man. These are Israelites. They have fringes on with borders of blue, you know, on their clothes, man. All right, their women are covered up. You know, the men are covered up. You know, this furthermore proves that they are Israelite. They're spiritual people. They were look. She got on fringes, man. Those are fringes. All right, what is she doing wearing fringes if they didn't know our customs, man? And they had the name of the Lord because they will call them Yehovah. You know, that's when they go into it was yeah. When they do all them chants and all that, man, they was calling on the name of the Heavenly Father, man. All right, so because if through process a time, you know, they forgot, man. It was prophesied that we'll forget our heritage, man. All right, but they still had a root, you know, of somewhat of our heritage, man, that they tried to keep. You know, and they was doing sacrifices, you know, but they went off like, cause we all went off. They was doing blood sacrifices and drinking blood and all that, you know, but they was trying to keep. They knew they had to do a sacrifice. That's the point. They knew they had to do a sacrifice, man, because they was fresh out of Syrian captivity. All right, and we wasn't able to keep our laws in those lands, man. In those different captivities, we weren't able to keep our laws. So through generation, some things are forgotten, but some things were remembered, man, as well. All right. So I'm going to finish reading these scriptures. It says, verse Deuteronomy 28:31, thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee. That thy sheep shall be given unto thy enemies, and thou shalt have none to rescue them, man. And that's basically what happened when Esau came over here, man. He basically killed off all the buffalo. You know, all the cattle. He basically killed it off and took their cattle, and that's how they basically starved the Native Americans out, man. Killed them, man. They wiped out millions of Native Americans. All right, they took them out with the Gatling gun. They gave them all kind of diseases, smallpox, different diseases. All right, see, look at some of these images, man. Native Americans they went into captivity before we did, man. They had yokes of iron put on their neck before you so-called Negroes did, man. So you people who say the curses only fit, you know, the darker tribes of Israel, man, which is you blacks, all right, you so-called black people, that's a lie, man. You got to do fact check and do your history, man. All right, this is Deuteronomy 28:32. It says, thy sons and daughters shall be given to another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there should be no might in thy hand. All right. So as you see right here in this image, man, and different images, they had no might in their hand, man. Esau conquered the Gadites too, man. He did the same thing to Gad that he did to the southern kingdom, man. He did to the northern kingdom. All right. He stole their land, put them into captivity, put chains and yokes of iron around their neck, man. These curses fit the Native Americans as well, man. All right, so you black only Israelites, man, you BORs, man, who say that the tribe of Gad or who say that the Native Americans are not the tribe of Gad, all right, is you're a lie, man, and you not learned in the scriptures. All right, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 33. It says, "The fruit of thy land and all the labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou should be only oppressed and crushed always," man. And aren't the so-called Native Americans oppressed and crushed? All right, that's why you always they're like basically a lot of them drink a lot, man, become winos because they getting oppressed just as much as we getting oppressed. They pushed onto reservations, man. You know, where all kind of wickedness goes on in them reservations, man. All right, you know, their heritage have been stripped from them as well, man. You know, they've been called Indians, which their true nationality is Israelites, man, and they're from the tribe of Gad. All right, and these same curses that affect us. Matter of fact, finish reading in Deuteronomy. Let's jump to 46. It says, and they should be of. Well, let's read 45. It says, "Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee." All right, so no matter what Gad did, all right, they left the Assyrian captivity. These curses still pursued them, man. All right, no matter if they try to they came to the Americas, all right, to keep the customs, but these curses did not escape. Came up on them and overtook them, man. All right, as you see in some of these images, Gad actually was a troop. He was a warrior, man. All right, they don't tell you how much the Gadites was actually kicking Esau's ass, man. That's why they have to come with that Gatling gun, man, because Gad was a warrior. All right, and as you can see in this image, you can see our people fighting back. All right, we wasn't. They just didn't lay down and let Esau just overtake them, but it was nothing they really could do because it was all by the hands of the Most High. All right. But Gad was a warrior, man, but Esau overtook him when he came with that Gatling gun and smallpox. All right, so I'll finish reading Deuteronomy 28 and 45. It says, "Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes which he command thee this day. And they should be upon thee for here's the point, and they should be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder upon thy seed forever," man. So these curses are going to be upon us until the Most High comes and deliver us, man. Until we're actually out of America, man. Until we're back into our homeland, which is Jerusalem, all right, which is Israel, the nation. We're the nation of Israel, all right. We don't occupy that land right now. All right. So these curses are up on these people, man. Look at these things, man. All right. These are a bunch of so-called Europeans, which are a bunch of Edomites warring with Gad, man. You see Gad was warring back with him because Gad was a warrior, man. You see a couple Edomites on the ground, you know, because this was a battle. They just didn't come and take over this land without a fight, man. You know what they really was, they tricked Gad with that smooth speech, all right, with that flattering tongue that these devils have, man. They use that crafty counsel on the nation of on the tribe of Gad, man. Look at these Gadites right here, man. They got fringes on, man, with the border of blue, and you tell me that they're not Israelites, man, just because some of them have they're fair skinned with fair greater hair. All right, man, you people are going off, man. You're not looking at this thing from a spiritual aspect at all, man. You know, you just gotta do your fact check and do your research, man. These curses are, you know, they fulfill the Native Americans as well. All right, so I'm let's go to the book of Genesis. The book of Genesis in 49 chapter and the 19th verse, man. This is a prophecy that will prophesy to happen to Gad, man. It says, Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last, man. So it's not did not a troop overcome Gad, man? Was not 60 million Gadites killed over here, man, and the rest pushed to reservations when so-called Christopher Columbus and Edomite Europeans came over, which your true biblical nationality is the red Hebrew Edomites, came over here to conquer this land. All right, did not a troop overcome Gad? So does not these prophecies fit Gad? All right, look at this, man. You know, look at this, man. It's just, you know, you see a group of Edomites, man, after conquering this land. All right, after conquering this land and putting Gadites into slavery, man. All right, and you can see they was a dark-skinned people, and Gad was cool before they trusted their enemies. I mean, they was going off because, like I said, they would wear. As you can see in this image, they basically had no clothes on. You know, women, and that's not part of our customs to be showing off our body, man. You know, that's not a part of our customs, but that's ultimately, why the curses fell up on us, man. All right, and our women always been the most beautiful as women, man. You see the Gadite woman, some of the images, man. You have the story of Pocahontas, you know, all these, our women were beautiful, and they kept their customs. Look, they were covered up. They was in modest apparel. Their hair hung down low. All right, basically cover up their secret parts, man. This proves that the tribe of Gad, man, or the Native Americans were the tribe of Gad, man. And you people are throwing a big fit because you say the Gad is all the Israelites are black, man, and just don't have no spiritual understanding at all, man. So this is Jeremiah. Jeremiah 12:9. It says, "My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird." All right, so the Most High said his heritage is as an unspeckled bird. He said Ephraim is a cake unturned. Is a cake unturned, man, meaning dark on one side and light on the other side. His heritage is as a speckled bird, and the speckled bird is a bird of many different colors, man. Why are we coming in different shades of brown and different colors? Because, for one, all right, we were pushed into captivity among all nations, so we were scattered, man. All the tribe of Gad was shipped off and sold into captivity too, man. They went into captivity as well, man. They were shipped off and sold. They were sold shipped to different parts of the world, four corners of the earth, man. Just how we was, man. It was part of the curses, man, that befell upon Gad as well, man. And I'll get that. Salakia, looking for a certain precept. Yeah, because, the nation of Israel we were scattered, man, among all nations, and that was part of the curses. That was part of the curses that befell upon the nation of Israel, that we would get scattered among all parts of the earth, man. All right. This is Deuteronomy 20:28-64. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone, man. So there you have it. The Gadites, they was shipped into, sold on slave ships, man, shipped to the four corners of the earth before the southern kingdom did, man. All right. They were shipped over here, man. They was shipped from here once they was conquered, man. They was shipped into slavery as well, man. Before the southern kingdom went into captivity, man. All right. So look at this is pictures of Esau, man. All right, conquering the Gadites, man. Basically attacking them, man. All right, that's where you get the concept of Thanksgiving. All right, it all comes from conquering the Native Americans, man. All right, but you Negroes don't see these things, man. You don't look at the Native Americans as being Israelites, man, because you're not spiritual. All right, and it wasn't given to you to understand the mysteries, but unto us these things are clear and plain, man. The Gadites suffered the same thing that we suffer, man. And that's the curses, man. Being oppressed by Esau, man, having your land took from you, your cattle, being called a proverb and a byword, man. Being women being raped, children being sold and hung, having yokes of iron around their neck, man, so forth and so on. You can go all day, man. The curses fit them, man. They are the tribe of Gad, man. All right. Let's go to Psalms. I believe it's 55 and 21. Yep. It says Psalms 55 and 21, it says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Right. The words of you devil's mouth was smoother than butter, man, because you came over here, you use crafty counsel on Gad. You act like you was just, here to settle. All right, but you really, Gad taught you everything you knew, basically taught you how to be warriors. The same thing that they use, their military training now that they use, they basically got it from the Gadites, man, because Gad was a warrior, man. That's why they had to bring out the Gatling gun, because Gad was killing a lot of them Europeans, man. You got to go and do your research on your fact checked on that, man, because Gad was killing a lot of the Europeans, man, but they won't never tell you that in history. They won't tell you that when they show these movies, man. All right. It says, but war was in his heart, and his words were softer than oil. Yet were they drawn swords, right? So at the perfect time, they waited for the perfect time, and they tried to they did overtake Gad, man. All right. Gad was coming in peace. They had several hundred peace treaties with the Native American Indians, and they broke all of them, man. They broke every last one of them. So you can't. That's why the scriptures say, "Never trust thy enemy," man. Because this devil that we dealing with, that's why the scriptures speak about he has to be destroyed, because Esau wickedness is as iron rusteth, man. It can be cleaned up, but it's always there. It's always gonna come back. That's why the scriptures say, "Never trust thy enemy," because you can't trust somebody that's going to be accustomed to being wicked. All right, that it's just in their nature, man. All right, it says, verse 22, it says, "Cast thy burdens upon the Lord Yahweh, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved," man. Because the Lord is not going to suffer the righteous to be moved, because we're not going to be exterminated or whatever, like how Esau's planning to do to us through his vaccines, his GMO. All right, and just basically shooting us down in the streets, man. He's not going to be able to exterminate us like he think he's going to do, because the Most High is going to what? He's going to deliver us, man. All right, he's going to put us back in our land, man, and we're going to rule over our oppressors, as the scriptures say, man. So Gad will overcome. He was overcome by the truth, but he will overcome at the last end, man. And you starting to see a lot of Gadites wake up, and for you BOIs, man, black on the Israelites, man, a lot of you might be from the tribe of Gad, man. So don't be so quick to say Gad is not a Israelite. He's not a part of the 12 tribes, man. Don't look. You might be a Gadite, man, because a lot of us, everybody can be from the tribe of Judah. Esau you know, man, look, this is we all mixed, man. A lot of us that think they're from the tribe of Judah, man, actually be from the tribe of Gad, man. All right, a lot of you brothers gonna go back to being from the tribe of Gad, and you know the scriptures speak about confusion of faces and the wheats and the tares, man. You know, so you're gonna have a lot of our people who look a certain way. You're gonna have Hebrew Israelites. You're gonna have people who you think that's our people. That's dark skinned, and they're not even. They're gonna be tares, man. You're gonna have some people that look like they may be black or maybe Latino or Native American, and they actually gonna be Edomites, man. And you're gonna have Edomites who you actually think is Edomites, but are gonna be Israelites. So the Most High, man, it works in mysterious ways, man. So don't ever do your fact check, man, before you just try to cancel out the Native Americans from being Israelites, man, because you might not even be an Israelite. All right. So with that, I'm gonna close out. I'm gonna give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakar Kadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and rule well. Salutation to you, Aki. I'm pushing this word with truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth. Shalom.